How many people has Barack Obama liberated in this world? How many people has Barack Obama liberated in this world? Ronald Reagan liberated hundreds of millions of people who were suffering behind the Iron Curtain and brought down the Soviet Union. How many people did Barack Obama liberate? For all his talk as the great global citizen, for all his popularity. He may be popular in one radical nutjob regime after another. He may be popular at the United Nations where they applaud him. But what about those people in gulags and prisons and rape rooms? What about those people who are starving to death? Are they applauding him? George W. Bush. George W. Bush, that's right, liberated 50 million Muslims in Afghanistan and Iraq. 50 million. How many Muslims has Barack Hussein Obama liberated? He can't even liberate his brother. How many Muslims? How many Arabs has Barack Obama liberated? Not one. And he dares to go to the United Nations and apologize for his predecessor. To apologize for his predecessors, plural. What has this man ever done that justifies him apologizing for anything or for anyone? He gave a speech in Cairo. Oh, wow. Destitute Arabs are giving speeches in Cairo streets every day. Obama plays to the media. He panders to the despots. Of course, the Western European mobs love him. They're just as philosophically crazy as he is. How many Berlin walls will Obama tear down? None. Obama is popular in the Castro family. He's popular with Hugo Chavez. Putin has praised him. He's praised by all the wrong people for all the wrong things. There he is at the United Nations, undermining Israel. We'll get to that. Talking about their occupation. Their occupation? Well, let's be real, Barack. The Jews have been there for over 5,000 years. You want to check out the Bible every now and then. Just put down rules for radicals and pick up something else for once. I'm sure you didn't hear this from Jeremiah Wright. But let me tell you something, Obama. While your message is slicker, while you know how to give a good speech and appear to be above it all, your bottom line is the same as Jeremiah Wright's when it comes to the Jews in Israel. And the liberal Jews in this country, and I can say this as a Jew, are too damn stupid to understand it, like all the other liberals. Look at the tiny country of Honduras. Obama says he believes in the rule of law. He loves the Supreme Court. They love our Supreme Court, but apparently not the Supreme Court of Honduras, which ruled that the Castro-Chavez Marxist president who wanted to be a dictator could not run again. But he did, in essence. So the military, at the behest of the elected Congress, removed him from the country to avoid bloodshed. And worse, a civil war. At the direction also of the Attorney General. So we have a president who was the president of the Congress of Honduras serving now. Our president pulls his visa, cuts off economic aid, and insists that they install the Marxist. Boy, it's hell being a little free country under this president, isn't it? Now, we've talked about how many people Obama has liberated, 0, while he denounces Reagan, in essence, Bush, and others. And here at home, Obama talks and talks about the middle class. What has he done for the middle class exactly? What has he done for the middle class? He's destroyed millions of jobs. He's created trillions of dollars in debt and destroyed trillions of dollars in private wealth. Let me ask you this. Is mankind on this globe better off since Obama was elected? If so, where? What country? Which continent? Which city in America? Is that not the test? Is that not the test? The most radical, extreme president, certainly in my lifetime, and I think in American history, to be perfectly honest with you. Now let's begin the process of listening a little bit to Obama. We'll break this up to give you a break from him. But here he is at the UN today, talking about America acting alone. Cut 1, go.
I took office at a time when many around the world had come to view America with skepticism and distrust. A part of this was due to misperceptions and misinformation about my country. Part of this was due to opposition to specific policies and a belief that on certain critical issues, America had acted unilaterally without regard for the interests of others.
Stop. Where? Where did that take place? And don't give me Iraq, where we went through this whole UN process. We had 36 countries supporting us. Where did we act unilaterally? And by the way, what's wrong with acting unilaterally if it's in our national security interest? We got to act by committee? Well, whose approval do we need to ensure our national security and the best interests of our society? Who should we go to? The UN? Go ahead.
And this has fed an almost reflexive anti-Americanism, which too often has served as an excuse for collective inaction. Now, like all of you, my responsibility is to act in the interests of my nation and my people. And I will never apologize for defending those interests. But it is my deeply held belief that in the year 2009, more than at any point in human history, the interests of nations and peoples are shared.
And you, sir, are incoherent, utterly incoherent. Seems like you have certain buzzwords in there you got to get out. Look, I'm not completely against my country. I'm not going to actually directly and overtly work against my country. But I really think all our interests are shared. Really? Well, all our interests may not be shared, Mr. President. I could introduce you to one genocidal dictator after another, one maniac after another. What interest do we share with him? None.